Hello, everybody. Welcome to New Earth TV Live, our second episode. I'm looking forward to today's broadcast. Zach is not with me today. He's going to be coming back to the New Earth TV Lives here very soon, but he's going to be available for tomorrow, as we have another special event tomorrow, which I'm going to get into in just a moment. So yes, we do have some announcements that we're going to go ahead and get started with.
Beautiful, sacred geometrical clothing, apparel, and accessories imbued with spirit source energy to heal, rejuvenate, detoxify, and strengthen the body. Shop now at healingcodeshop.com.
The latest revelation in alternative healing has arrived. The Healing Code Cards, a spiritual technology unlike anything else. Through the power of sacred geometry imbued with pure source energy, physical ailments can become eliminated and detoxified from your body. 36 cards specifically designed to work on the major areas of the body, encouraging natural recovery and increased vitality. Working with the cards are easy, and their healing results are profound. Download our collection of free sample cards so you can experience results for yourself. And don't forget to view our customer testimonials. Our printed Healing Code card deck is available now with shipping available worldwide. Visit our website at healingcodecards.com.
Okay, and tomorrow, Saturday, December 12th, at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have the first episode of Q&A with Adronis. So this will be just the one for December, as I'm still in the middle of my spiritual retreat, my self-retreat. The next one is going to be just after the new year. So we're going to probably look into January 2nd for the second Q&A with Adronis. So again, after that, after January 2nd, it will be bi-weekly that it will be taking place. So again, it's a simple Q&A with Adronis. People can just show up. It is going to be held on Zoom. So all you have to do is register for free. And you can ask questions by audio, and you can ask questions by text. Zach will be joining me tomorrow for a Q&A with Adronis, as he will be co-moderating the event. So I'm looking forward to that. And of course, on Sunday, the Spirit Ambassador Classroom second module will be taking place. So if you're new to the Spirit Ambassador Classroom, you can see the first module that happened last Sunday. And what I'd recommend is just signing up on New Earth TV Live for free. Okay, website is newearthtv.live, and just go into the events page, and you'll see the module 2 for the Spirit Ambassador Classroom, and you can even take a look at module 1. There's also been a sub-module that's been added for module 1 as well too. So I'm looking forward to module number 2. Again, that is happening this Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Okay, that's this Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific. So come and join me for that exciting classroom. I'm looking forward to it. And we're going to go ahead and get started with our event today. So let me close this off. I'm still getting used to this thing. Okay, there we go. All right. So what we're going to do, just to kick things off today, and hello everybody, thank you for joining me both on YouTube and Facebook. Really appreciate it. We are going to be getting to some Q&A here later on, and of course we're going to do some single request healing, distance healing, okay, just like we always have been doing through the New Earth Teachings webcast. Same thing here with New Earth TV Live. So if you guys do have any healing requests, okay, it's just a single healing request, and it can be for you or for someone else that you know, okay? And so we'll go down a list here very shortly. We are going to open up firstly with a guided meditation, and then we'll be getting into distance healing, then we'll be getting into Q&A, all right? So let's get ourselves nice and comfortable, making sure the body is free of any tension. All right. We can just place our hands upon the center of our chest, just getting yourself nice and relaxed, keeping the spine nice and straight, taking a deep breath in, deep breath out, and again, deep breath in, deep breath out, and one more time, deep breath in, and deep breath out. And just relaxing yourself and breathing normally. All right, and now we're just going to focus our awareness and attention down to the base of our spine. As we connect to the base of our spine, we're going to feel black etheric roots coming out through the base of the spine and just flowing down the legs, going all the way down to the bottom of the feet, and feeling the feet, bottom center of the feet opening up, feeling the black roots going into the earth and going deeper and deeper into the earth and connecting directly to her heart. And as we connect to her heart now, we're now just going to do a simple scan of our body. All right, so we're just feeling this scanning beam, like a green beam of light, just starting to slowly scan the surface of our body, right, from the top of our head, going all the way down to the bottom of the feet. And as the scan happens, you're just being aware of any black liquid dense energy that you may come across as you scan your body from head to toe. As you feel any of that black liquid dense energy, just take a deep breath in and deep breath out. And as you do, directing that energy with your thought down to the base of the spine. Okay, so if there's any debris down by the feet, you're just moving that upwards. It's all just collecting into the area of the base of the spine. Once we have all of that black liquid dense energy on the surface areas of our body converged to the base of the spine, we're feeling it now flowing out through the black roots, going down to the bottom of the feet, and just giving our love and blessings to the earth, asking her if she can completely transmute this energy, purify it into light as that energy travels to her heart. Okay, so you're feeling that energy going through the black roots, going directly into her heart, and just seeing it turn into pure white light as the earth transmutes that for you. And you're just giving your love and thanks to Mother Earth for her assistance. And now we're going to feel brown energy from the earth coming up through the black roots, moving up through our feet, moving up past our ankles, moving up past our knees, and connecting directly to the base of the spine. This is where we're going to calibrate the chakra centers. Okay. And now we're going to focus on the root chakra, okay, colored apple red. All right, and you may just see a pool of red liquid right within your mind, okay? And you can either take your astral hand or your physical hand and your index finger, and we're just going to swirl that 7 times counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Moving up next into the sacral chakra, navel chakra, colored orange. Okay, so you're seeing the orange liquid in your mind and swirling that counterclockwise 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Moving up now into the solar plexus chakra, colored yellow, seeing the yellow liquid, counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Moving up now into the heart chakra, colored green, like grass. Okay, seeing the liquid, swirling counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Moving up now into the throat chakra, colored aquamarine or sky blue. Okay, counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Moving up now into the third eye chakra, colored ocean blue. Counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And finally, moving up to the crown chakra, colored violet. Counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, bringing your focus and awareness down to the abdomen, right down to the area of the belly button. Okay, taking a deep breath in, bringing that inhale all the way up to the top of the crown, and exhale. As you exhale, feeling the crown chakra opening up, feeling this rainbow light cascading down the body, going all the way down the bottom of the feet, and connecting upwards to the perineum. As it moves upwards, we bring our focus and awareness now to our heart. And through our heart, behind the heart, we see spirit light. We're getting to that in a moment. We're just going to concentrate on the heartbeat right now. Okay, just focus on your heartbeat. And now exhale and feel the toroidal field, the torus field, all right, surrounding your body, the top of your head, bottom of your feet, and moving slowly counterclockwise. Okay, if you are advanced in visualization, you can see it as 2 hemispheres, one moving clockwise, the other half moving counterclockwise. Okay, otherwise, just see it moving in a counterclockwise direction, slowly, softly, and subtly. And now we're going to focus on the spirit light at the back of the heart. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, feeling that spirit light shining brightly from your heart and imbuing itself directly into the toroidal field. Okay, so you're feeling the toroidal field, this field of the torus. Okay, moving counterclockwise, imbued with the glow of spirit light. Okay, and that spirit light is with you. So anytime that you require it for any reason, right, it can come upon you, and you can work with helping to heal the body, the mind, with the spirit light. Okay, so let's take another final deep breath in and out, and coming back into the present moment. All right, so that always helps really to rejuvenate you, to really bring yourself into flow with spirit, because again, that's where all the power is. The power is with spirit. It is not with human action. It is not with human power. It is spirit power that is the greatest. Okay. All right, so again, thank you everybody, both on Facebook and YouTube, who are joining me now. So if you guys do have some single healing requests, either for yourself or for others, again, or for another person you know, I wouldn't say for others, but just for another person you know, maybe someone who's your family, a friend, etc. Okay. I'm just going to scroll down the list here and just see who's here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. Got people from Scotland. Great. I got people from China, Japan, Iran. Great. Always happy to see other people all over the world here. Okay, so guys, save your questions for the next part, right? We're going to get into questions first. We're just going to do some healing requests first now, okay? Let me just go down the list. I'm still just looking at questions here. Okay, here's one here from Martina. Let me bring her question in. Hi, I need healing for my left hand small finger, which is numb, nerve damage. Okay, sure, certainly. Is it? So it's Martin's. Sorry, I called you Martina. My apologies. Martin's. I think I need to get some glasses. Martin's Midness. Okay, so Martin's, thank you very much. Healing for your left hand small finger, which is numb, nerve damage. Okay, certainly. So if you guys are tuning into this for the first time, if you have not been familiar with the Newer Teachings webcast in the past, basically all we're doing is we're working with, very similar to what we did earlier. Okay, we're basically helping to connect with our body, and we're going to go and look into the black liquid dense energy. Okay, so black liquid is what we use for any particular type of impairment, for any particular type of dense energy, chaotic energy that we come across. All right. So Martin, what I'd like you to do right now is just placing your hands upon the center of your chest, okay, and just feeling etheric roots, but as it's regarding your index finger, we're just going to feel those roots moving up, okay, and you're going to take your right hand and you're going to feel those roots connecting together, and you're just going to move it up into your left pinky finger, okay. So left pinky finger is getting all of the roots from both hands, okay. So you can just kind of put your hands together like this. Let me go ahead and take this. Go ahead and take this down. If I can find it. Where'd it go? Okay, there we go. So yeah, just go ahead and place your hands kind of like in a prayer position, okay, because we are focusing on the pinky finger. Okay, and Martin, what I want you to do is I want you just to focus on the pinky finger there. And I just want you to feel the black roots just wrapping around the inside and the outside of the pinky finger, okay? And while you're doing that, Martin, I'm not sure it's Martin or Martins, I'll call you Martins, okay? As you're doing that, we're going to do what's known as the apologetic affirmation, okay? This is just a simple affirmation where we are being very humble and apologetic to our body. The more humble we are to our body, the more that our body will work together in cooperation with us, and we can see incredible accelerated healing take place. Okay, so this is why we do the apologetic affirmation. All right. So Martins, I would just like you to repeat after me. I apologize to my body for being neglectful regarding this condition of my pinky finger. I ask for my body's forgiveness, and I ask for my body's assistance to clear away the nerve damage condition in my pinky finger on my left hand, and to submit that energy of harsh condition directly to spirit to be purified and forgiven in totality. And so it is. Okay? So Martin's just having your hand there again, just keeping it there, feeling again all of those roots in your pinky finger. Now what you're going to do is, now that we've done the apologetic affirmation, is the body is now going to relinquish all of that black liquid dense energy that you see in the pinky finger from the condition of the nerve damage. Okay? And we're just flowing all of that energy into the center of both of our palms. Okay? So it's like you're just feeling it being absorbed and sucked up and put directly into the center of both palms. Both palms are holding it. Okay? So as it's being held in both of your palms right now, I will go ahead and connect with Spirit. I command God's Spirit light to completely cancel out, eliminate, neutralize, and purge all of the black liquid dense energy contained within the hands of Martins from his damaged pinky finger, nerve damage, purging all of that black liquid dense energy from his hands, putting it up into source consciousness to be purified and forgiven in totality. Apply. Okay, so Martins, take a deep breath in, deep breath out. So Martins, now that you have received this distance healing, what I'd like you to do is maybe just going down either to your bed or to your couch, laying down for a few minutes. Okay, so give yourself about 5 or 10 minutes of rest and just keeping your hands on your chest or by your side and just letting the healing codes work on you. Okay, so about 5 or 10 minutes. After you're done, go get yourself a glass of water. Okay, and take good care of your finger as the healing codes continue to work on it. Okay, so hope you feel well. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go down the list here a bit more. Let's see here. Someone says, I'm taking a bath. That's great, man. I'm glad you guys are watching me from the tub. All right, let's go down the list here a bit more. Oh, no. New Earth TV Live can be accessed from your bathroom. That's great. Okay. Just give me a moment here, guys. I'm just looking down here for some more. Okay. Yeah, this is for JW1N. Okay. I think I'll just refer to as JW if that's okay. Healing tightness near the belly button, please. Abundance blocks fears. Okay. So basically we'll work around the navel, right? So basically the navel chakra. JW. All right. So again, it's the same thing. We're just going to take our hands and placing it upon the center of our chest. Now you can do it either one of two ways, JW. You can put it by the center of your chest, or you can just put it down by the navel. The reason I'm putting it by the chest here is so people can see me, but you can just take both of your hands and just put it down by the navel as well if you want to do that instead. Okay, so I'll just put my hands up here. And again, we're seeing the black etheric roots coming out and connecting through the chest or the navel and connecting directly into the area of the belly button. All right. And I want you to see those black roots, and they're just wrapping around the belly button. Okay, so just feel it's kind of like you're looking into the belly button, like in your mind, all right? And you're seeing the black liquid dense energy there. Okay, and that's what's causing all the tension. That's what's causing the blocks of abundance, the fears. Okay, it's like a little nugget of black liquid dense energy. So again, the black roots are wrapping around that entire area. Okay. And JW, once again, we're going to do the apologetic affirmation. Okay, so you can repeat after me. I apologize to my body for being neglectful regarding this condition. I ask for my body's forgiveness as well as its assistance to help clear away the condition contained in my navel, to be sent up to spirit, to be purified and forgiven in totality. And so it is. Okay, so that has allowed the body to relinquish the black liquid dense energy. And now we're feeling the black roots absorbing all of that black liquid dense energy now, and it's going directly into our hands. Okay, so our hands are collecting all of that black liquid dense energy. So JW, I'll give you a moment to do that now. Okay, and so now that that energy is here in your hands, I will now connect with Spirit. I command God's Spirit light to completely cancel out, eliminate, neutralize, and purge all of the black liquid dense energy contained within JW's hands from his navel chakra area, purging all of that black liquid dense energy from his body, putting it up into source consciousness to be purified and forgiven in totality. Apply. Okay, so JW, what I'd like you to do right now is just, again, go lay down on a bed, on a couch, 5-10 minutes. Okay, and just letting the body be. You don't have to do anything. You're just resting, you're just laying there, and you're letting the codes come in. You may start to feel some fluctuations, you may start to feel some tingling, you may start to feel some jolts in the body, flow coming in. These are all very natural. Okay, and again, just give yourself 5 to 10 minutes. Afterwards, go get a glass of water, drink your glass of water, and just be gentle, be delicate with yourself for the day. Okay, thank you very much, JW. All right. So I think we'll take 2 more requests, and then we're going to go into Q&A. Okay. So here's one from Becca G, asking for healing for my stepmom. Tons of pain in her hips and back. Possibility that cancer has returned. Okay. So we can definitely work on that. So Becca, you're going to be my medium. You're going to be my bridge. So I'm going to teach you how to do this. Again, if you guys have tuned into the New Earth Teachings webcast in the past, you already know how this is done. All right. So Becca, what I'd like you to do is just close your eyes. All right. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay. And in your mind, I want you to see your stepmom. Okay. I want you to feel like she's directly in front of you. Maybe she's laying on top of a bed, or she's laying on a couch. Okay. I want you to approach her holographic body. And as she's going through, again, these pain in her hips and her back, we'll work on that. But I just want you to take your hands and just placing it upon the center of her chest. And as you place your hands upon the center of your chest, you're just asking her spirit, to your stepmom, to her spirit, is it okay if I perform healing upon this body? Okay. 9 times out of 10, it's okay. All right, so we're going to proceed as if it is okay. All right. So now that that is done, what you're going to do is you're going to see black roots coming out through your hands, and you're going to connect directly to these areas that you have mentioned, okay, to her back and to her hips, because you're talking about that she has quite a lot of pain in her hips and her back, okay? And all we're doing is we're really just looking at the back, and we're looking at the hips, and we're seeing the collection of black liquid that has accumulated in those areas, okay? So you're seeing the black liquid in her back, you're seeing the black liquid in her hips, okay? And so what you are doing is you are wrapping those roots, right? Because there can be as many roots as you want. It's all part of thought, right? And we're wrapping that energy all around the back, and we're wrapping that energy all around her hips, okay? We don't need to do the apologetic affirmation because you're being of service to somebody else, okay? So with all of that black liquid energy being wrapped around by the black roots, you're now telling the black roots to absorb that liquid and putting it directly into your hands, okay? So Becca, I'll give you a couple moments just as you feel all of that black liquid from your stepmom's body being absorbed directly into your hands through the black roots. And again, if you need more time, you can always go back to the recording and you can replay it again should you require more time. All right. Okay, so Becca, now that you have all that black liquid dense energy contained in your hands, I will now go ahead and connect with Spirit. I command God's Spirit light to completely cancel out, eliminate, neutralize, and purge all of the black liquid dense energy contained within Becca's hands from her stepmother's body, through her back and through her hips, completely canceling out, eliminating, purging all of the stiffness, all of the dense energy, and even cancer, if there is any there. Purging it from Becca's hands now, putting it up into source consciousness to be purified and forgiven in totality. Apply. Okay, so Becca, thank you very much for being the bridge. Check on your stepmom. If you're able to contact with her, maybe just give her a phone call if you can, or if she's in your space right now, just ask her to lay down on the couch for a few minutes if she can. All right, if she's not at work or something like that, but if she's at home, or if it's later in the day as well too, just to lay down and let these energies again process through her body. Okay, and hope she does well, and hope you are well too as well. Okay, great, thank you very much. Let's go ahead and move down. We're going to take, we'll take two more healing requests, and then we'll move on. Shia says, hi Brad, I have an aunt who is in a coma in the hospital. Is there any way healing could be done to help her regain consciousness? That's something I really cannot assist with, because you have to understand, when you're in a comatose body, a comatose state, she's working on different planes. She's working on higher planes to accumulate resolution with what she is going through right now. So we really do not want to interrupt comatose states. Okay, that's just not something that I do. She is going, again, she is acting in different planes. She's going in different planes of spirit, and she is resolving certain matters that need to happen while her body is in stasis. Okay, and that's, again, what comatose state is. It's stasis. All right, so what I can suggest to you is just continue to give her lots of love, right? Just continue to give her lots of support. Ask your guides, ask your angels to surround her, and even talk to her angels as well too. We don't really want to interfere with that, okay? Because that's stasis, that's a comatose state. She's in other planes. She's taking care of other matters, okay? We really do not want to interrupt or intervene on that, okay? That's something that she has to personally go through. But give her your love. Let her angels surround her. Let your angels surround her as well too, and continue to provide her love, okay? Thank you very much, Shia. I hope she does well. Okay. Let's, yeah, you can certainly work with the healing code cards if you want to, you know, if you're working with her body in that way, because Gladys was saying, put major organ healing code cards in her hands. Yep, you can absolutely do that. But I don't want to intrude into her comatose state, right? She has work to do in those other planes. Okay, so let's take, again, we're taking two more. Okay. Just go down the list here a bit more. Okay, this one's from Loneka. Hope I'm pronouncing your name right, Loneka. If it's possible, I'd love some relief for the tension my body and mind has due to corona. Okay, well, it's a lot of it is just fears. It's emotional fears. And of course, that fuses itself together as atrophy in the body. So yes, we can certainly work with that, okay? So Laneka, and if anybody else is going through this as well, you guys can join me, okay? I know there's quite a few people on this chat that are very, very, you know, tense about this entire agenda that's been happening all year long, okay? So if you want to join Laneka in this, you can. I will certainly include you guys as well too, all right? So Laneka and everybody else who wants to join me, place your hands upon the center of your chest, all right? Feel the black roots coming out. And now I just want you to give an instruction to those black roots to basically go into areas of the body that are very tense regarding COVID, okay? Just regarding fear, anxiety, apprehension, anger, sadness, okay? And you're just telling those roots to go into specific areas of your body. You do not know this consciously, but the roots do. The roots are going into specific areas of your body. They may even go into your auric field as well too. And they're just collecting all of the black liquid dense energy that relates to fears, anxiety, sadness, anger, pertaining to COVID, as well as any dense spots within the body that have atrophy relating to these emotions. So just let the roots connect to those areas. Okay, and once the roots connect to there, we're going to do the apologetic affirmation together. Okay, Laneka and everybody else who's joining me. Okay, so apologetic affirmation. I apologize to my body for being neglectful regarding my physical and emotional conditions surrounding the COVID-19 agenda. I ask for my body's forgiveness, and I ask for my body's assistance to clear away all of this dense energy, sending it to spirit to be purified and forgiven in totality. And so it is. Okay? So now that we have done the apologetic affirmation, the body, the aura, is relinquishing all of that energy. It's now being fed into your hands. Okay? It's being collected through the roots and coming directly into your hands. So I'll give you guys a couple moments to do that now. Okay, so now that energy is contained in your hands, I will now connect with Spirit. I command God's Spirit light to completely cancel out, eliminate, neutralize, and purge all of the black liquid dense energy contained within the hands of all who are watching and performing this meditation here and now with me, purging all of that black liquid dense energy from their body caused by fear, anxiety, emotional state, and physical states conditions of the COVID-19 agenda, purging all of that energy from their body, putting it up into source consciousness to be purified and forgiven in totality. Apply. Okay. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, so guys, get yourselves a glass of water. After the broadcast, go ahead and lay down for a few minutes, okay, on your bed, on your sofa, and that will help to process the flow. Or if you just want to sit nice and quietly in your chair, that's fine as well too, okay? But I'd usually suggest lying down. That way you're just getting much more comfort. All right, thank you, Lanika. And we're going to take one more request here before we wrap up, or when we move on into the Q&A, I should say. We're not going to wrap up yet. We're going to go into Q&A, second half. Okay. I'm going to go to Connie for the last one here. Connie says, hello, Brad. I have a macular pucker in my left eye. Can you please help me out, as otherwise I must have a third operation? Okay, Connie, we'll certainly work with that all together. So Connie, same thing. As we're working with, I basically just refer to it as a distortion, right? We can have a scientific name for it, but I just refer to it as distortion in the left eye, okay? So placing your hands upon the center of your chest, Connie, okay? Placing your hands upon the chest and feeling the black roots coming out. Feeling those black roots going all the way up around the eye, okay? I want you to feel it wrapping around the eyeball. I want you to feel it wrapping around the eye socket and wrapping around just in the area behind the eyeball, basically connecting to the area of the brain, okay? And we're just seeing all of that black liquid, all right? So you're just looking at your left eyeball with your eyes closed, with your mind. You're seeing that black liquid dense energy, okay? And you're feeling all of the black roots wrapping around there now. What do we do? Apologetic affirmation, okay? So Connie, again, you can repeat after me. I apologize to my body for being neglectful regarding this condition. I ask for my body's forgiveness as well as its assistance to help clear away this condition, sending it to Spirit to be purified and forgiven in totality. And so it is. Okay. So now the body has relinquished the black liquid dense energy, and you're feeling all of that black liquid dense energy now being sucked up, absorbed through the roots, and it's being collected into your hands. And I'll give you a moment to do that now. Okay, so Connie, now that you have done that, I will go ahead and connect with Spirit. I command God's Spirit light to completely cancel out, eliminate, neutralize, and purge all of the black liquid dense energy contained within Connie's hands from her left eye, purging all of that energy out of her body, putting it up into source consciousness to be purified and forgiven in totality. Apply. Okay, so Connie, go get a glass of water and let yourself relax, okay? And let the codes go to work. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, so thank you for your healing requests today. Again, I'll be doing the healing requests every single week here on Friday, okay? Of course, we're coming up to Christmas time, so just so you guys know, on the 25th of December and the 1st of December, there will not be a New Earth TV Live, okay? There will be one next week, but after that, the next one will be on January 8th, okay? Just letting you guys know ahead of time. All right, let's go down now to Q&A. So if you guys do have any questions for myself or for Adronis, you can feel free to post it here. Just getting so many polite people. Hi, Brad. Hey, how's it going? Hi from Poland. Hi from California. Hi from Sweden. Great, guys. You guys are so nice. It's awesome. Okay. So again, guys, for healing requests, again, I do sessions, but again, my sessions will be resuming in January. I'm in the middle of a self-retreat right now. Or again, return next week, and we'll do some more work, okay? Just so you guys know, everything that I'm doing here with you guys, you have the ability to do as well, too. Okay, this is why I encourage you guys, in the best way that I can, do what I do, okay? Place your hands upon the center of your chest. Feel those black roots coming out. Go to the area that is causing you pain, okay? You guys have a hurt lung. You guys have a hurt heart. You guys have a headache, right? Whatever it is. You see it as black liquid, right? You put the black liquid, you put the black roots around that area, wrap it around, apologize, okay? Apologetic affirmation. All of that energy gets relinquished. It's put into your hands. And all you're doing is you're talking to spirit. You have your toroidal field right here. You have spirit light right here. It's listening to you. Okay? So then you're telling, dear spirit, clear this away from me. Let it be gone. Let it be returned back into source consciousness in totality and in forgiveness. Let it be done. You guys can do what I do. Okay? I'm not some mage so much more higher than you guys and looking at you guys like, oh, these little peons. No, you guys are equal. All right, we're all equal to each other. You guys can do what I do. Please do it. That's why I demonstrate it, because then you guys see, oh, okay, this worked for this person, that worked for that person. Maybe I got to talk to Brad. No, you don't. Just go back to the video and just start looking at this again. Memorize the apologetic affirmation as you've heard me do it. Bring this energy into your hands. You know, give the affirmation for spirit to clear it away, to put it up into source consciousness. You guys can do what I do. Do it. What's your excuse? You don't have one. Go ahead and do it. Okay? All right, let's move on. Just give me one moment here, guys. Okay, here's one from Juan. This is a question. So again, guys, we're in question time now. So Juan asks, hi, Brad, will there be sun mass ejections or coronal mass ejections to dismantle the current AI in the sky that block a truly sight beyond? Juan, what I would hear you say is the answer is yes, absolutely. There's already actually been a coronal mass ejection that's happened, okay? But from what you're saying, from what Spirit is instantly telling me, is that yes, that is the plan, all right? These are basically these coronal mass ejections. There's a lot of technology that surrounds the Earth, all right? A lot of it is not very nice. It's not very good technology. It's not benevolent in that way. It's much more regressive-based technology. And with these sun flares that come together, it dismantles it, and therefore they become deactivated in that way. So yes, there is absolute truth from what you are sharing. So it's kind of like your question is already the answer in that way. So yes, I would agree with you. There probably will be some more CMEs to come in that way. But again, guys, I'm not seeing a gigantic solar flash, right? People are worried about December 21st this year, that when this happens, there's going to be like a gigantic solar flash and, you know, all technology on Earth is going to be dismantled or somebody's going to get scorched or something. No, nothing like that is happening. There are CMEs, absolutely. There are solar flares, absolutely. But again, it's not like that pertaining to a gigantic solar flash or anything of that nature. But yes, CMEs are certainly beneficial to help cripple and dismantle regressive technology that surrounds the Earth. So yes, thank you for your question, Juan. Okay, let's go down here a bit more. Okay. Okay, this is a good question here. I bring up Blissful Gabriel. Hello, Gabriel. Question for Adronis, and I'll bring Adronis in for this one. What can we do in 2021 to align more with the next year energies and theme? Okay. So I'll just take a moment here as I bring Adronis in, and he'll provide some insight on this. Here we go. Terra Soul Star We are here. At this time, we bid you greetings, and thank you very much for the opportunity of this interaction today. I am Adronis of Sirius, sending love, appreciation, and gratitude to all who are tuning into this transmission through your internet collective consciousness. We would like to remind all of you that all of the information that we shall provide today is simply that of our perspective, our point of view. For all knowledge, all information, all creation itself resides within your very hearts, beings, and souls. We thank you, Gabriel, for your question pertaining to what should you do to align more appropriately to the theme of energies coming forward in your 2021 year. The answer to that is what you've always been doing. You see, there's no secret here. It really comes down into everything that is so simple, and you were expecting something complicated. If you complicate everything, you're not in alignment. It's when you go into the simplistic. It's when you look into the state of surrender. It's when you accumulate love and strength and compassion and pure-heartedness through yourself. And you are continuing to resonate that energy, each and every single one of you, on collective mass. That's why you're here. You are love givers. You are here to orient yourself to working together with the depths of spirit, to assist those, to be, as you would say, way showers. And again, this is exactly what we and what Brad himself has been sharing with you for many years. It's not a secret. It's not some gigantic form of knowledge, a gigantic nugget that is going to completely blow you away and saying, oh my goodness, this is something so brand new. It's not. It's the ability to surrender. It is very much like what Brad spoke of the other day of his time, relating to you being the perfect perfection. You are only seeing the aspect of distortions because you are aligned to an area of the mind that is creating smoke screens. You are creating the idea of feeling imperfect. But what is the remedy to that? Is to transcend all of that, is to see the rainbow, is to see the entire band, is to withdraw yourself, detach yourself from the situation that is causing you so much peril, so much anxiety, so much fear, so much anger, so much sadness, so much trauma, and see it for what it is. You are not imprisoning yourself. Many of you are so afraid of being isolated and imprisoned. The prison is your own mind. It's not something out here. There is no prison outside. The prison is inside. So it is when you limit yourself due to beliefs. It's when you are addicted to a certain premise that something needs to go along a certain way and it cannot shift in any other direction. You are imprisoning yourself within the cube of the mind. And yes, you are being blind and deaf to life, because there is only the one infinite life. And as there is only one infinite life, those who are able to see the entire spectrum will live through that one infinite life. But if you continue to subscribe to these ideas that there needs to be some type of finite-based decision that you have to make everything better, you're only wandering more of a maze. It is all about the idea of coming into alignment. Again, it is not just us that has shared this with you. You have your masters on your planet that have been telling you this for many thousands of years. Are you expecting a different answer? No. It comes down into the science of the simple. Surrender yourself. Withdraw yourself from any forms of identity-based attachment that is creating a smoke screen through the mind. Let yourself have clarity. Reinforce yourself positively. Bring in the love, bring in the compassion, bring in the joy, bring in the strength, and radiate that through yourself as you go through states of correction, because you're already perfect. There's nothing imperfect that you have ever experienced. You have always been perfect because you're beyond the body and you're beyond the mind. If you play around with the distortions of the body and the distortions of the mind, you're going to give the illusion that there is imperfection, but there isn't, because it does not impact your beingness. It does not impact who you truly are. So this is where what we can suggest with all of you is unsubscribe yourself from the idea of feeling imperfect and simply be perfect. Let the world be the world. Let everything sort itself out. It's very much like what Brad has also stated pertaining to the counterforce. That wherever there is a distorted thought, a distorted action, a counterforce is created because it is imbalanced thinking through the mind. It is imbalanced actions through yourself. And so the universe will always exist to keep the scales balanced. And as the scales get balanced, you therefore receive the counterforce. Whether you are aware of it or not, it does not require your awareness to exist. Because again, the universe has its own nature, and that is to keep balance. You can never tip the scales. No matter what is happening upon your planet right now, the scales are not even tipped by an inch, not even by a centimeter, not even by a millimeter, not even by the smallest measurement that you can even imagine. They're not even tipped in the slightest. Everything is balanced. So, regardless of any particular form of agenda taking place, regardless of anything that you are feeling through yourself that you feel is inadequate or imperfect, it isn't. Because here's the counterforce, here's the counterforce, here's the counterforce. Always present, simultaneously, synchronistically created at the same moment that you imply a misdeed, a distortion, an imbalanced thinking, because that just exists in the realm of the mind. But in truth, it does not exist. So therefore, you are only imprisoning yourself with such thoughts. So what can you do in 2021? Surrender yourself and know that you are perfect. Surrender yourself from all of these distorted thoughts, these distorted feelings that are telling you that you're no good, or that somebody else is no good, or that there's a whole bunch of evil on the planet, etc., etc. The more that you dive into that, the deeper the prison goes. The more tighter and confining the walls are. For you, therefore, surrender, and you see life as it is, because now you're tuning into the entire band. You're tuning into the entire spectrum. And you now see the counterforce. Oh, well, there's a big COVID agenda. Well, here's the counterforce. Oh, and it's getting closer and closer and closer. And this is what I see happening. And I'm just going to let it happen. Because again, it's all part of physics. This is all part of magnetics coming back together. Does not matter if you splinter something to bring it off into imbalance. You have to understand it has another half. And that other half is going to come back together and bring it back together, because they are one. They are whole. That is why you have a counterforce. Anytime that yourself or anybody else performs an imbalanced way of thinking, an imbalanced way of action, every single time, the counterforce is there. Always. And so it will always work to restore itself. Some people will say, well, Adronis, it doesn't feel like it's happening so fast. It doesn't have to, because this element pertaining to the imbalance needs to play itself out. It needs to play itself out because there is agenda through the thought form. And as that agenda reaches a state of conclusion, it reaches a culmination. And that culmination is the counterforce returning back into the distorted, imbalanced thinking to therefore create wholeness. And that is what's happening right now. Many of you can already feel it. Many of you will already see this who are able to go into the spectrum, who is not involving themselves so heavily into the melodrama of situations going on. It is all part of the counterforce. Does not mean that the counterforce is all rainbows and sunshine. No, sometimes the counterforce can be very drastic. Sometimes the counterforce can be very intense. Sometimes the counterforce can be very violent. It's all part of the idea of the two becoming one again. Because when you take an imbalanced thought, you are taking a partition of it. And there is the other partition that makes it whole. That's the counterforce. Whenever you try to split the polarity of a thought, the other is always going to magnetize back into its counterpart. That is how it works. It cannot be done any other way, because the universe is designed to restore balance. It is a feedback system, and part of its nature is to reclaim all that which has been projected in states of separation to come back. Now, in reality, they are not separate. But through linear-based thinking, it is certainly looking that way. But they come back together. They will unify. And that therefore brings our harmony to the entire situation based upon the thought form in question. So, 2021, do what you are continuing to do. Right here, right now. That advice will not change, because that is the way to the true nature of what it is to be free. We thank you. Okay, thank you, Adronis, and thank you, Gabrielle, for your question. Wonderful question, too, by the way. Thank you. Okay, whew, give me a moment. That took a lot of energy. Intense. Okay. So moving down the list here a bit more, we're going to probably take about 3 more questions before we wrap up. Okay, here's one from Interesting Things. Why are the changes coming in 2021 and later a revolution in character instead of evolution? Why do we need such turmoil? Again, it's exactly as Adronis explained, right? Everything happens together in cycles, right? So basically when we're looking at the 2020 cycle, right, I've labeled that as the year of exposure. Okay, and that is, again, has been a very exposing year. It's been exposure all over the place, right? 2021 represents a year of transition because it's an energetic, because it's a magnetic, because it is energetically efficient in regards to the themes that are to come that will represent certain degrees of culminations that are necessary to bring to rest events that have been lingering for a time, that have now reached a state of ripeness of magnetic, to come together and bring resolution to those old situations that are now bringing them into a greater rectification of wholeness. So that's it. Turmoil in that sense, again, just as Adronis explained with the counterforce. The counterforce is not rainbows and sunshine, okay? There can be times where it can be very intense, where it can be very violent in that way. Because again, it's just the other half pertaining to the partitioned aspect of thought. And that comes together. Everything that relates to an agenda begins with a single thought. And that single thought comes out of balance because it represents a state of separation. It represents dominance. It represents conquering, right? And now therefore you have the counterforce. The counterforce is immediately created at the same time. And it gets intense and more intense. And as everything is drawn together through magnetics and through the power of number as well too, this is why we look at certain years that represent a numerological harmonic to help bringing these things back together to reach a culminating force, right? So you have the two partitioning forces, they come together, they create a culminating force, a wholeness. And 2021 is the appropriate magnetic of the year, numerologically speaking, astrologically speaking, and therefore through our physics, through vibrational physics speaking, is bringing that all together. Turmoil needs to happen because we have been neglectful. We have turned our heads for so many hundreds of thousands of years regarding to all these dealings that many of the corrupt on this planet have been implementing on the planet. That can no longer be unnoticed. We have placed our heads in the sand for too long. You can't place your heads in the sand. You have to understand, guys, we are just as much responsible for everything that's happening right now than those controllers that are doing these things. We have to share that responsibility, right? And again, blame comes to us as well because we let this happen. We've allowed this to happen for thousands of years. Why? Because many people have been very, very selfish. They don't want to deal with that. They're only concerned about their families. They don't want to lift a finger in regards to what's happening pertaining to world situations. All they want is their job. All they want is their money. All they want is their home. All they want is their family. And they have become apathetic. And the more apathetic people have become, so good, we've broken their spirits. We can go ahead and we can do all this stuff now. But now people are getting out of that apathy. They're realizing that the ground is shaking underneath their feet so intensely that it's time to stand up and it's time to do something. And that's why we're here where we are right now, because everything has led up to this point. It's a culmination factor. Everything in the universe reverts around cycles. Okay? It's not the idea of looking at a timeline like this. You have to look at a honeycomb with all these different cells correlating together with each other. It's a lot more to it than the idea of linear-based thinking relating to these things, right? You have to look into the idea. Even Nikola Tesla himself said, if you want to understand the mysteries of the universe, look into frequency, energy, and vibration. That's what's going to tell you everything. That's what life is really about, okay? Thank you very much. Okay, so we're going to take 2 more questions here. Oh, and Jim, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. So Jim, as you donated, what I'd like you to do, Jim, is go to my website, newearthteachings.com. Let me go ahead and pull up the caption here. Oh, I don't have one. Okay. Well, just go to newearthteachings.com, Jim, as you've already contributed, and drop me an email. Okay, so just go to newearthteachings.com, go to the contact page, and drop me an email, okay, because you asked for a request for that. And I'm happy to do it, okay? But just drop me an email through newearthteachings.com, all right? And I'll get back to you on that. Thank you for your contribution. Okay. And Becca, thank you for your contribution as well. I'm in kind of a different type of chat here, guys. It's kind of a hybrid chat where there's a mixture between Facebook and YouTube conversation. People are just going through chats within themselves here as well, too. That's great. Oh, someone says, hi, Brad. Was curious how Salt Spring was looking. Thank you. Or bless you. Well, I haven't been there in probably about a little over a month or so. No, guys, I did not see any Chinese troopers on Salt Spring Island when I was there. Okay, I was there for a couple of days. I was around most of the island. I did not see any Chinese troopers. Of course, there are people who are theorizing that there are Chinese troops in Canada, which I would not doubt, because Canada is basically a proxy country for them right now because of our current prime minister, right? But that's going to be over very, very soon. I think the United States is going to be arresting him, and that's going to be happening very soon. It could even happen this month, right? So there's a lot of things that are going to be happening right around to the end of the culmination of this month with world leaders, right? So some of them may be taken out, some of them may be apprehended, schemes foiled, them running away, a lot of possibilities happening. But I feel that this month certainly is the month for a lot of world leaders to be taken down. If not, then it'll start to happen in the early part of 2021, but I'm feeling this month. Okay, let's go down. So again, Salt Spring, it's beautiful, but I did not see any Chinese troops there, okay? Okay, here's a question here from Just Jeff. Is the coming lighter vibration beginning on December 21st meant to ease us into 4th density? In a way, yeah, because we're not going into 4th density post point of no return, right? This is, again, another octave. We're shifting up in that way. It's kind of like, again, you're scaling a mountain, right? So at the very top, at the summit, is 4th density, right? But only a select few people are going to go there, okay? It's a very small number relating to 4th density harvest. The reason why a lot of people don't need to go there or don't really feel like they want to go there is because this Earth is going to transform profoundly, right? We're going to see a really amazing, beautiful Earth coming here. So even the 3rd density Earth is going to be very, very beautiful, right? With the years to come. Once we get all this, it's kind of like the Earth is going through an enema right now, right? We're cleaning out all the crap. That's what's happening, and nothing's going to stop that, right? That procedure is going to happen, and it's going to commence, and it's going to take some time, but nonetheless, we're going to flush out all the crap. And then you have this completely fresh, new, beautiful earth around you, right? Because a lot of things are going to happen. New technologies are going to be birthed. There's going to be new financial systems, right? A lot of it could be gold-backed currency, cryptocurrency. Adronis has talked about around the mid-2020s, this is what he said in the past, is that we're going to see a lot more alternatives to financial monetary systems. There's going to be financial systems, not financial system, right? So there'll be a lot of alternatives that people can connect with, and you guys just have to look around, and you can see quite a few of them emerging. But the idea of everything that the old corrupt want will not be a part of our future in the way that we could say that, linearly speaking, okay? But yes, we are moving into kind of a buffering time. We're moving, it's kind of like moving up another rung of the ladder or scaling a little bit more of the top of the mountain, okay? But only a select few people are moving to fourth density Earth. That's not a big list at all. Majority of the people will be thriving in third density Earth, and some will be able to go up to fourth density Earth, which again is not touched by man. It's a very, very different kind of Earth. And then there will be those who may just get off the karmic wheel altogether, go right back into spirit. It all depends on the person. Like I said, we're going 8 billion different ways, the time of harvest in 2038. Okay. So thank you for your question, Just Jeff. Okay. So I'm going to probably take one more question, guys. I'm going to wrap up. I'm just going to see if I can find a good question here. Just give me a moment here, guys. I'm still just looking. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm interrupting a conversation here, but someone says, or Strike Eagle says, if you do the 5-minute focus daily, aren't you interfering with the processing state? No, you're not interfering with anything. People will focus all the time on things, right? That is a natural occurrence. That is a natural process that you're going through. Now, for those of you who may not understand what I'm talking about, I have talked about what's known as a 5-minute focus. Okay, let me see if I can pull up a card here. I got one here. Okay, this is one, for example, the third eye chakra. Okay, so basically you see an affirmation here. My inner sight is powerful. My inner sight is clear. My inner sight is open. My inner sight is pure. My inner sight is perfect. Okay, so I could basically look at this symbol, because this symbol is representing the enhancement of the inner sight. And I'm looking at it for 5 minutes, and I'm staring at that, okay? And I'm looking at this affirmation, and I'm putting that energy into this symbol, okay? Guys, this is manifestation 101. This is kindergarten. This is the basic of the basic, okay? If you think that's as advanced as it gets, you're joking yourself, okay? That's like going to kindergarten and focusing on for 5 minutes relating to that, okay? So what you're doing is you're just focusing, right? It's like a fine beam of light, and it's just connecting to this particular image that you create, and you're focusing on it for 5 minutes, whether your eyes are open or whether your eyes are closed. And as they're closed or as they're open, after 5 minutes, you let it go. You let the entire thought form become released, right? Because you're charging it with your energy. You're charging it with your will. You're charging it with all of your emphasis. And then you let it go. This is what's known as thought action, okay? So what you're doing is you're letting the thought, you're basically creating an ideal, right? It's like you're looking at yourself within a body, and you see yourself with strong inner sight, because that's the ideal that you want to create of yourself. You are imposing that upon yourself, because you're saying, I have perfect inner sight. And this image here I have, oh, hey guys, the way shower. This image here that I have is the template for me to work with that. So I focus on that for 5 minutes, and then I release. After 5 minutes, I'm not attached to it anymore. I've completely let it go. I've surrendered it to the universe. It goes back to what I was talking about in that video, where we look at the creation state and the process state, okay? In the creation state, that's what you're doing. You're creating the blueprint, right? You're in the laboratory. You're creating the blueprint for this. You send it off to the universe after you're done. You don't even touch it. It's out of your hands now, okay? So when you're in the processing state, that's for the universe to take care of, okay? The universe is now taking care of the processing. It doesn't matter how hard you try, Strike Eagle, you can't interfere with the processing state. It's out of your hands. It's in Spirit's hands now, all right? So you're taking it out of the laboratory and say, here you go, Spirit, here's the blueprint. Okay, took the blueprint. Blueprint's not with you anymore. You carry on with your day, okay? You can't interfere with the processing state. What you can constantly do is just keep going back and keep memorizing or looking into that particular focus, and all you're really doing is just delaying until you finally let it go. Now Spirit can take your blueprint and now start to process it, okay? So it's only delayed if you keep thinking about it, right? So here the 5 minutes is done. Oh, I got to focus on it for another 20, 25, 30, 35 minutes, an hour. Until you finally let it go, Spirit takes it and runs off with it, right? But again, you just want that pure, simple 5-minute focus. Keep it simple. Don't complicate the hell out of it, all right? Keep it very, very simple. A secret to this, guys, is to work with your manifestations in the spirit plane itself, not in the physical plane. Okay? What do I mean by that? You want to be with the thought together, all right? So you are seeing yourself as the embodiment of the thought. You are seeing yourself as the embodiment of the intention. You are not seeing anything physically implied pertaining to the thought itself. You are the very thought that exists in the spirit plane. You are that very ideal. And you are using your own presence of power to seeing yourself as that intention, as that manifestation that you're creating. But you're seeing this all in spirit. Okay? You're not seeing it here. The material world is so very limiting. It's not even a part of your manifestations. If you're using physical reality in your manifestations, you're going to slow yourself down because you're still just looking at expectations of how it's going to come together in your physical manifested world. Don't do that. That's like a turtle in a shell trying to go from country to country. It's going to take you a very long time, all right? You work within the spirit plane. You work with your thought form. You are the thought form. You're in the causal. Right? So here's the physical, here's the astral, here's the causal, okay? Material mind, astral mind, power of thought, causal mind, higher mind, idea mind, okay? And you're working in the causal because that is the highest apex relating to the thought form that you're bringing forward. Again, this example, inner sight. So you are the apex, you are the epitome, you are the essence of that very thought form, and you're there, you're present with it. Right? It's exactly as Jesus has said, I am with spirit always, right? So spirit is always with me. I am always with spirit, right? I am never here walking on this physical world. And if you really want to develop yourself into a powerful spiritual being, you don't identify with this material world one little bit, not at all. And that's how you're free. That's how these masters become free. They don't identify with this plane. They're walking. There's a body that's walking on this plane, that's walking on this ground, and they're doing things. Things are happening, but they in no shape, way, or form identify with the material plane because that tethers them to this plane. And this plane is the most dense plane there is. And they're not looking to identify with it. They're here in spirit. They're working with spirit all the time. They're working with the presence of God because they are God and God is them, just as you are God and God is you. So when you're working together with your manifestations, your 5-minute focus, you're putting that connection together in the spirit plane. Okay? Be in the spirit plane. Be the thought form. Be the very creation of that manifestation, rather than feeling that you have to do it from a physical perspective. Because again, that's going to slow you down. All right? Because again, we put expectations. Expectations come in the material plane, and you limit it, and you close a lot of doors for how these things can come. Stay in the spirit plane because that's where all doors are open. All right. So thank you, everybody, for all of your questions today. I really appreciate it. So again, feel free to join me tomorrow. Okay. So Q&A with Adronis, Saturday, December 12th, which is tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Okay. You can register on New Earth TV Live. Okay. Just go to newearthtv.live. Sign up for a free account. Once you sign up for a free account, just go to events, and you'll see Q&A with Adronis there. All right. And you can register through the link there as well too. Okay. So again, thank you very much, everybody, for being here today, and I will talk to you all tomorrow, Sunday, and next week as well. May it be well with you, and take care. And remember, show the way.